Sports. And here's the big artist himself, Trayvon Diggs, who's stating his place among the league's best with 6 picks this season. It's the Cowboys and the Giants under the lights on Sunday night.
We have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. And Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they've been in a great group. Winners of 7 of their last 10 on the year. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Takes it at the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. He'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, that one hurts. I mean, it was 3rd down, of course, but now the penalty, and we're back to 1st down.
Yeah, it hurts momentum in a big way, and they built that up here in the early going. Now, that leaves the opposition with a 1st down. That's a mistake you don't want to make at this point in the game. That
is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Open man, he's got him. It's Tony for a Giant touchdown. Kadarius Toney, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well. And by association, a bright future for the franchise, too.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
And how about the toughness of Dak Prescott? We see it all the time on the field. And remember when he had that serious ankle injury, Would he return to form? Boy, did he ever. And he was better than ever, and that's great for the NFL. Terrific resilience, playing at a high level, capable of winning a championship with his arm and his legs.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And he stopped immediately there. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for, and remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Holding, offense.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Giants. Kadarius Toney with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Giants lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. 2nd drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. On play action, Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. There's Prescott. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 39. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Prescott from the gun. They still can't get her. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Prescott down. It's caught. Tolbert. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 21. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Prescott on first down. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Now back to the ground with Elliott. Called out a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Nothing the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Throwing. Prescott. Open man is Miller. He's got it. Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Elliott. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year, and the Cowboys are back within a score. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Extra point up and good from Santoso, and that'll make our score 14-7. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And New York set to take the field. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across across the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Back to throw here. He dumps it off to Barkley. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. The Giants at 8-4 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Here's 2nd and 8. Throw left side, complete to Tony. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw again. Incomplete.
These 2 teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Barkley, inside handoff.
He'll get it inside the 20. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Open man, he's got him. It's Tony for a Giant touchdown. Kadarius Toney
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Giants go up by 2 touchdowns.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
And 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And now here come the Cowboys.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go to Barkley again. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The free safety, Malik Hooker, there in coverage.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
On 4th down, on is Graham Gano for the Giants field goal. From the right hash, this from 48. Gano's kick is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing the coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. That bumps us up to a 3-possession game here, and only in the second quarter, Charles. They're trying to put this game out of reach before we even hit the locker rooms for intermission.
What's even tougher is making up 3 possessions against a defense that can make impact plays like this. They don't have this game wrapped up quite yet, but 2 picks already, 1 to the house. I think it's fair to say they're headed in the right direction.
Gano for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded right around the 8. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. 3rd and short yardage, Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Prescott looks to throw on first. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
As the offense reemerges, there's wide receiver Kadarius Toney leading him out, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per...
And he will go down, a Cowboys sack. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. There, the Cowboys here on third down, bringing in an extra defensive back. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Final play of the half. Prescott. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half with the Cowboys. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first two quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Giants, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Takes it at the 7. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs. So a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. On third down, it's Prescott. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. On the return, Jackson. Oh, he shifts past him. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And they will take over first and 10. It's Kadarius Toney and his New York Giants back out on offense. Now this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. On third down, Barkley. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. Fourth down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Now here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. A first down carry. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just...
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
On second down, Elliott. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
There's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's Brian Anger now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
As the offense reemerges, there's wide receiver Kadarius Toney leading him out.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
It's now second and 6 at the 16-yard line.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
45 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10.
That's complete to Toney.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. And taken right on the 30. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Able to hit his target, Lamb. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. To throw is Prescott.
And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he will have a Cowboys first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. On the option, here's Elliott.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Prescott on 3rd and 2. This is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
CeeDee Lamb from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded right around the 8. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. It's Kadarius Toney and his New York Giants back out on offense.
So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory.
The Giants on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6.
And the Cowboys Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I won't wait till the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds they've had set.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only did they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes? Oh, yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Gano now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Back to it after the pick six. Prescott.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Prescott. He finds his man. Complete. That's Lamb. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. From the 41, Prescott. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Prescott to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Throwing, Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Another try after the 1st down sack. Prescott.
He'll get this to Elliott. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Right back to his running back, Ezekiel Elliott.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring out 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and the Giants are going to get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.